Hi, and welcome to this edition of Orion Outreach. I'm Ian Locke, and with me is our Oxford Orion Fish President of the Board, Laurene Baldwin. We're so excited to have you in.
Thank you very much.
We love fish here at ONTV, as you know, but we're just here to know a little bit about the organization, share with everybody at home the services that you guys provide, and tell us a little bit about fish. If people aren't familiar, what do they need to know?
We're just really excited that we do have the fish organization, and it's a very busy organization. We have given food to 1,953 households this year, and we have distributed over 181,000 pounds of food this year.
183,000.
81,000.
81,000, and that was in 2017?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes,
so
that was our total. That's
that
our
was
highest total that we've had.
And according to your numbers, it's as the food pantry goes, it's roughly 165 households per month you guys service here.
Yes.
And
Yes.
tell us a little about the service area. So it's not just Oxford, it's not just Orion.
It's Oxford and Orion, into Addison a little bit.
Okay.
And it's just, it's marvelous, the people that we have. And they are so, I never go to fish, but what I don't leave with a blessing.
Yeah.
They are just such wonderful people. And, you know, and we give our food out by pounds. And they shop with a cart, just like a regular grocery store.
See, and that's something that is
Dignity.
it's very interesting, because sometimes you,
Yes.
other pantries or services you go and here's a box.
Yes.
But fish is different. It
Yes.
is, you go grocery shopping for what
We
you
are
need.
set up just like a grocery store. And they take their carts and they get the poundage. Their average is from 60 to 190 pounds usually.
Oh.
And depending on their family. And they go through and they put in what they need in their carts, and we do have limitations on some of the shelves.
Okay.
And they just come up and we weigh it and they're out the door.
and
And
that's
most
that.
of them do not even take their total amount.
Really?
We'll say, are you sure you have enough to get through for the month? Because they shop for the month.
Oh, they do for the month. Okay.
And they'll say, oh yes, I have plenty, give it to somebody else. And to me that is, what a blessing
Yes.
to hear
And
them
then
say
there's
that.
less waste, and it's, you know,
Right.
the supplies go a little further
Right,
and
right,
that sort of thing. Now,
right.
we know that you guys have food drives throughout the year.
Yes,
And you're very busy, and you have so many collection spots around
Yes.
town, at least in the
Yes.
Orion area. Share us a little bit of some of the locations that you can donate to if you have some.
There's many stores. At the post office, there's, well, Hollywood Market was a big one.
Yeah.
But we have many. You'll see the boxes around for fish, and you can just drop the food in, and then we pick it up and
Okay.
take it back to our pantry. We have many food drives. We have the postal food drive, and we have the school food drive, and we have the wonderful ONTV food drive.
Which is coming up.
Yes, it is
Yep.
coming up, February 10th.
Yep.
And it's just wonderful, the food that we get in on those food drives. And that just, the food that comes in to us goes back out to the
Yep.
community. So the community gives and the community receives.
Absolutely. And the amount that comes in and goes out so quickly, I know when this is coming up will be our 8th food drive with you guys.
No, 8th.
And which is amazing.
How wonderful.
It's amazing, and it's grown every year.
Yes, yes.
And last year was roughly 6,000 pounds. I think we
Yes.
were over 6,000 pounds, and it's
I know we
from
were.
our community groups that are starting to
right.
help collect on our behalf.
That's
Before
right.
it was one van we filled up and said, hey, let's work with fish.
yeah,
And now it's turned into, we have multiple churches helping out. We have businesses.
Scouts.
The
Scouts
Scouts,
help
yes.
out a lot, too.
The Lake Orion High School video students, because they
Yes.
participate in the food drive now.
Yes.
So it's really kind of grown.
Right.
And I don't know, size-wise, is ONTV one of the larger ones, but I know, does this kind of get you into the spring? I mean, it kind of puts you over.
Absolutely. It will get us well into the spring.
Okay.
And maybe a little bit over, you know.
Okay.
But, and we have food that comes in weekly too, you know, people will drop off food.
Yep.
We have different groups, maybe there'll be birthday parties or anniversaries, and they request no gifts, but bring food for fish.
Oh, wow.
And then people will bring food in from things like that.
Okay.
It's just remarkable. And we stock shelves. We stock shelves on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
Tuesday mornings and Thursday mornings, 9 to 11. And then we stock on the second Saturday of every month. And so there's a lot of stocking that goes on. And it's surprising how you can walk in one day and the shelves will be totally full, and then you walk back in and wow,
Yeah.
the food is gone
Bare,
and we
yeah.
need to
But you
restock.
have, with that stocking and that effort, you have volunteers. I mean,
A lot of volunteers.
Tell us about your volunteers.
God bless them. They just, many will just drop in on our food drives and will pitch in and work. We have no idea truly the amount of volunteers we have, but I would say we have anywhere from 40 to 50 that comes in, I would say probably weekly.
Wow.
With our office and
you are 100% volunteer based.
100%. There's absolutely nobody paid on our board or
Okay.
in our organization.
So all of the resources donated
Everything
into the
that
program
comes in
goes
goes
and then
back
goes out. Okay.
And even expired food, different ones will ask us, well, what do you do with expired food?
Yes.
The government won't let us put it on the shelves, or requires that we don't.
Okay.
And we are a food pantry, and we can't throw it away. So we bag up all the expired food, and we put it on the shelf, and then when the clients come in, after they have their carts full, they can take any of that expired food that they want and take it home. And we tell them, open it up. If it smells good, looks good, it probably
be
is
okay,
good.
yeah.
If it isn't, throw it out.
Yeah.
But so we even get rid of the expired food.
Okay.
We desire not to get as much expired
Yes.
food, but that's we get it, and it is used.
Okay.
It is used.
So minimal waste. It's
Yes. Yes.
100% in, 100%
yes,
out.
yes, it is wonderful. And and we have different programs. We have the Adopt the Shelf program.
Yes, I was just going to ask you about that.
And where groups will come in and they'll say, "Oh, I can fill this shelf," and they can do it for monthly. They can do
Okay.
it half a year. They can do it for a whole year. Pick
So
and
the
choose,
organization manages a specific
yes,
shelf
and they can
space.
organize. They can say they want to give X amount of dollars
Okay.
towards it. We'll do it like that.
Oh, okay.
And then we also will put their names on the shelf as shelf is adopted by so and so, and that's a real hit.
Okay.
And a lot of kids really feel important when they adopt the shelves and then come in and put the food on themselves.
Absolutely.
And, that's a wonderful idea.
Now-
You
now
do know that we are going to go in a new building.
Yes. So fantastic news if you haven't heard. Larger space,
Yes.
an amazing donation made
Yes.
just recently.
Yes.
And like before we came in the studio, we were kind of
Yeah.
chit-chatting before.
I
and
call
you
him,
mentioned,
I call him our guardian angel.
Oh,
He's-
absolutely.
He's just.
and it's been finalized. So
Yes, it's been voted on, and progress is being made in the building being redone.
Okay.
And Dan Davis has done just wonderful by us. He's been a wonderful donor for years.
Okay.
And he come up with this building and said, hey, this will give you more space. And our backs were starting to break because
Yes.
we have 2 floors at Thomas.
We've heard stories of
And it was a lot of
water in the
lugging.
basement, a lot
Yeah.
of up and down, and
lugging food,
Yeah.
and we're all getting older, if you can believe that. So it's just as wonderful, and
Yeah.
this will be all on one floor.
Okay,
And it's
fantastic.
more square footage and much easier for our food drives. We can get the food in without getting wet and getting
Yes.
it out of the trucks. And
it's just south
deliveries.
of Drainer, right? I mean, location.
Yes,
Can you share the location?
1060,
1060. Write it down.
right off from 24.
Lapeer,
Two doors from Salvation Army,
Okay.
in between Italian Gardens and Coney.
Okay.
Coney
So
Island.
fantastic location.
Yes, wonderful location.
More visible on Lapeer Road.
More visible
And-
and yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, we are. We're just very, very excited. And we're looking at possibly maybe December that we will be
Okay.
in the building.
Just for renovations to make sure it's up to what you need
Yeah.
and
And
laid
it
out
might
properly.
be before that, but we're anticipating that. And then with our building, we would like to pay it forward and give it to
Donate it, yeah.
donate it to an organization that
Fantastic.
may desire this. So we'd like any.
That was such great
Anybody that would like to.
information. We heard in the paper. We're like, they got a new place, and we're so excited, and for you guys and for your clients mainly, and to easier access. It's more visible, and having it there on 24. Maybe there's those who didn't know you guys are around, and if you see your sign, they go, hey, then others can get assistance.
Well, our building was kind of at the end of our county.
Yeah.
And
People that we served. Yeah.
People found us, but I know it has been a struggle, and a lot of them will say, they don't have the gas money to really drive that far, and so this will be much more accessible and easier on them, and I think we will see an influx of even more people.
More people taking part,
And hopefully more donors.
Yes, and you were mentioning something about the expired food just earlier. I need to go back a little bit, but something that was, having worked with you guys for the last 8 years, learning something new. Your community gardens, and the fresh food. It's not just canned food and that sort of thing, but you have your fresh community gardens for fresh
have our
vegetables and
community
things. Tell us about
gardens
those.
on Lakeville Road, and all that produce comes in, and people just love it.
Yeah.
And it's so pretty when it comes in on the shelves. And it's also for our clients, if they want to plant gardens, they're more than welcome to plant gardens there. And we have had a few that has done that.
Okay.
And so it's just a wonderful, and Sue Black does a wonderful job in
managing and keep them going.
Managing it and keeping the weeds out and keeping it watered, and it's just been wonderful.
That is an effort in and of itself to keep the garden rolling.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
But that's fantastic. So it is fresh vegetables, but you also have coolers and inside the facility that allow for fresh vegetables and fresh meat.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. So we have meat that's donated 2 or 3 times a year. Fresh beef is brought in, all USDA packaged, and it's just really
So it really feels like a grocery store. I mean, you have everything you need. Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep. It's marvelous.
Do you have, I know seasonally, we've learned over the years that you have specific needs or wants through the different seasons. This time of year, obviously, our food drive is coming up. We always do it on the second Saturday.
Yeah.
We hope to have it on the second Saturday of February. Sometimes it moves year to year, but that's what we aim for. So this time of year, what are you really looking for your shelves?
Hamburger helper, boxed potatoes, chili, tomatoes, canned tomatoes, chunky soup, refried beans, taco, anything, the taco kits are
very popular.
Very popular.
Okay.
Yes.
We've been telling some of our volunteers, and people who are collecting our behalf, it's like canned green beans are great, but we need some other things. I mean, this time of year, the hearty, protein-based.
We now have a spice shelf also.
Okay.
And that's been adopted by a family, and that's just taken off really, really well.
Fantastic.
And and sugar and flour and
everything really.
Cereals,
Fruits, canned fruits, popular.
Yes.
We know that this time of year. Okay.
We always have canned fruits.
Fantastic. So we talked about the Adopt a Shelf program. Is there anything new on the horizon coming that you guys are developing, or is it just let's concentrate on getting into the new building?
We're concentrating on getting into the new building.
Okay.
And we may be looking at maybe doing some new refrigeration. I don't know, but we'll.
I'm sure our cameras will be there on your
waiting to see what the move.
Your ribbon cutting and all that stuff. We'll be there documenting every step of the way. I'm sure.
Right. Yeah. So we're just really excited that that has taken hold. So.
Well, you're something we always like to share too. With anyone wanting to get involved with fish or donate. If you're out of the area, a lot of the time this program can be seen out, all over the country, all over the world. So we do post this on our website and on YouTube. And is that you can donate on your website via a PayPal button. So you have a PayPal button embedded on your site, and you can donate right there. We also have that button on the Orion ONTV food drive website.
Yeah.
So
another one is the Meyer Simply Give program.
Oh, okay.
They are absolutely fabulous. When we're on for our We're usually on for a good, I think, 2 months.
Okay.
And
How does that work?
when you go in, you will see at the end of the cash registers, before you get to the cash registers, there'll be a kiosk there.
Okay.
And it will have up there, sponsoring Oxford Orion Fish. And you take a gift card off there, and they're $10.
Okay.
And for $10 on their double match days, we get 30.
Oh boy.
Otherwise, we get 20. But that is just a wonderful program. And then at the end of the program, then Meyer gives us gift cards. And that gets us through almost a year with shopping for food. We shop weekly.
Wow.
We shop for meat and
Okay.
always the specials that they have.
And it's convenient for those who want to donate.
Yes.
It's right there.
Yes.
It's point of
Yes.
sale.
Yes.
You can make a decision right there.
So watch for when Oxford
Yeah.
Orion Fish are on for the Simply Give.
Okay.
That is
we'll
a
make sure we
wonderful-
add that to our food drive information
Okay.
because that's new information. Another thing I learned today.
Yes, that's just a wonderful program.
Okay,
Myers
fantastic.
is very good to us, and we do our shopping,
That's fantastic.
most of our shopping at Myers.
Awesome.
So,
So if somebody wanted to get involved and wanted to say, hey, I'm going to come out and give you guys a hand, how can they get a hold of you? What's
we
the best
definitely
way?
need volunteers. We need pantry volunteers, and you can work once a month. You can work twice a month. You can work as often as you want to.
Okay.
And also in our office, I'm sure they can use volunteers, and that is setting up for the shopping dates for the people when they call
Okay.
in, and doing all the office
Okay.
work and getting their reports ready. And but just call the Oxford Orion Fish office, 628-3933.
I think we can put that on the screen.
Yep.
I think we have the technology.
Yes, yes, and
Okay.
And just sign up. Yeah, I'll tell you, it's the best thing I have ever done in my life. It's just such a blessing
Yeah.
to be able to work and serve people, and
Yeah.
it's very rewarding, and we just love it.
Well, the group is doing a fantastic job up there.
Thank you.
I had one little thing that I wanted to mention that again, learning new things today, just looking at your stat sheet. And if you want more information about the numbers that you guys do, it's on your website at
Yes.
oxfordorionfish.org, so visit the website. But you also do work with schools and children and backpacks. I noticed that's on
Yes.
here that
Yes, we
school
have-
supplies and backpacks for
We have
kids.
wonderful programs. We have the backpack program, where every child will get a backpack of our clients.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have, we do Easter dinners. We give them extra food for Easter, and they usually have a gift
Okay.
certificate for their meat. And we do the same thing at Thanksgiving time. And then we have our Angelfish program, where we have donors, or we have people that will sponsor children, and we say $100 limit, but they go far
Yeah.
beyond. And it's just wonderful, and the kids get wonderful Christmases too.
So it's well beyond just food drives and things like that. It is
Absolutely.
It's
And we
it's
also
the whole family. you
We
guys
also
are
have
working with.
emergency food boxes.
Oh, okay.
And we make sure that the churches have emergency food so that they can, if they have anyone come to their church and
Okay.
needs food, they can give it to them.
Okay.
And we also, when they come in, we let them emergency shop. If they call and we can't get them right in for a client review, they can come in
Okay.
and shop the first time for their food,
Wow.
and then they have to do their client
So
review.
very flexible. You guys are really there for
Yes.
those who
Yes.
are in need.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
fantastic.
Yes.
That's fantastic.
So we truly, we're so happy we can serve the community, and we're so blessed to have the community that we serve.
Absolutely.
Because we wouldn't be anything without them. And with our wonderful food drives, we just would not be able to survive.
Well, I know the
And
food
so-
drive. We've been working with you guys for so long, and it's almost like a family atmosphere between our staff, and we bring up the food drive to our volunteers, and they get going, and we really count it as our Super Bowl.
Wonderful.
It's a 6-hour telethon we do.
Yes.
Music, entertainment with people
Yes.
coming in,
Yes.
and
This is a buzzing place, I'll tell you. I
it's
love
hopping.
it.
Yeah, it's
I love it when
sometimes
we
you
have
turn the
that.
corner from one room to the other, you're like, oh my word, look at the people, and you can barely maneuver, and with the food stacked up, and
Yeah.
people coming in, and it's an experience for our volunteers too, and our interns and
Absolutely.
staff. But it's why we're here
Right,
to give
right.
back to the community. We're here to use our technology in some way to help. And working with you guys has spawned other events that we've done. So
It's wonderful,
we know it works,
wonderful.
and the so you guys have really inspired
that's
us
good.
to try
Yeah.
new things.
You know, I always say we're only as good as our community makes us.
Absolutely.
And they're doing a fine job.
Absolutely.
We just love
More
it.
than a fine job. They're doing
Yeah, absolutely.
absolutely wonderful.
Terrific job.
Is there anything you'd like to share about the org, or anything we've not talked about today?
I don't
We're going down our
believe so.
list, going
Yeah.
check that one off. Again,
don't-
donation locations: Lake Orion Post Office, St. Joe's Catholic Church,
Yes.
the United Methodist Church in Lake Orion, ONTV, our lobby. We are now a permanent drop-off location.
Wonderful.
So you can drop it in our lobby here during business hours. Flip Spot Gym
Yes.
is a donation
Yes.
location. I didn't know that one.
Yes.
Was it Grondin's hair salon? They've been a long-time supporter
they've
of
been a
yours.
supporter,
So
yep.
yeah, they're all over the place. But again, visit the website at oxfordorionfish.org for a comprehensive list of all the donation
absolutely.
spots. And
Absolutely.
do you have a list of your food drives coming up listed on there as well?
We'll have the parcel post food drive and then-
That's the next one after
yes,
ONTV?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Check their calendar on their
Yeah.
website.
And then there's school. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank
Yeah.
you so much for
Oh.
coming in. It's again, it's always great to have Fish in.
Thank you.
And Laurene to have you
We
in.
truly
and-
appreciate it. We appreciate it all, and thanks to the whole community.
Yep, absolutely.
They do a good job.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
the food drive again is coming up here at ONTV on Saturday, February 10th from I think 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yes.
But starting on the 5th, we are collecting here locally, right here at the ONTV
I see
studios.
some out there now.
We have a couple bags just showed up, but we've also had some donations already. Kroger donated $200 to you
Wonderful.
guys, which is fantastic.
Wonderful.
They came through corporate. Kroger
Yes.
came through, and M3 Investments, a longtime partner of ONTV, they donated again, I believe, $250 in cash again.
Terrific.
So it's starting to come in. The raffle prizes we have are coming in. The business here in Lake Orion and the Chamber have been fantastic.
That's wonderful.
They know it's coming, and it almost has its own gravity to it.
That's right.
They know the date's coming up, the second Saturday in February, and they
Yes.
just say, it's coming, we want to donate,
know.
and it just happens.
I'm sure a
It's-
lot of
it's
them put it
fantastic.
right on their calendars.
They have to, because
Yes.
they start calling,
Yes.
are you ready for the
Yes.
donations?
Right.
So that's a fantastic thing.
Yes, it
It's really
is.
grown too.
Yes, it is.
And with your help and all that
Yes.
stuff, it's really
Well,
grown. So.
We love it all. You know, we're here to serve.
Yeah, absolutely, and we are too. Well, that's it for this edition of Orion Outreach. I want to thank Laurene Baldwin, President
you.
of the Oxford Orion Fish Board, for coming in and sharing all of the good
Thank you very
things and
much.
good
Appreciate
news
it.
happening at Fish.
Yes, wonderful news.
So stop in, visit orionontv.org to see more on the 5 or 5 food drive coming up on the 10th, and the different businesses taking part, and where you can donate throughout the community. We have a lot of collection partners listed there, so just get involved, work with,
That's
help
right.
get the community raring to go, and
Yeah.
help
You'll
out. in
never
this
regret
great- No, absolutely not. So that's it for this edition of Orion Outreach. I'm Ian Locke. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.